Thank you, Cheryl. Really appreciated the attitude that you've brought to this debate along the way. It's been very much appreciated.
It's not a
the
debate.
fact that you have taken the stance that you have. You've actually done what you can to actually point the finger at who is actually giving the direction. To all of you, thank you for coming out today and exercising your right in democracy to actually have your say. Council, as has been mentioned, is in a very difficult position. There are definitely a lot of different views in the community about this issue. I think that can be demonstrated by the number of people who have come up to me and said, good on you for explaining the situation, and we don't mind fluoride being in the water. There are those people, and a good number of people who don't mind that.
We've never had it, we don't need it.
So if you will allow me to actually speak, what I want to talk about is what we have done to try and take heed of what you've wanted. The Fluoride Free Waitaki group put together a petition. They came and presented that at council. We accepted that, and we followed on with the requests that they made. We wrote, in my case, I wrote to the Minister of Health, and in the CEO's case, he wrote to Dr. Safati, and we requested an extension to make sure that the lawfulness of the direction was actually taken into account, that actually the Bill of Rights was considered.
Wrong bill.
There's been, along the way, a lot of unnecessary abuse, to be quite fair. People have been using the issue, personalise it, not to actually direct it at the people who need it directed to. Hands up, who has written to the Minister of Health about this? Hands up, who has written to Dr. Safati?
You are our local representative. You should. It's your job.
Serve the people!
It was really interesting that you turned out here today, which good on you. But not so many have actually written to the people who make the decision.
How do you know?
So I encourage
It's your job. We pay you.
to write as well. We've said that from the start. At the moment, we are facing the risk, if we don't comply, of a $200,000 fine, and then $10,000
Promises
a
of fines
day.
and fortresses are illegal.
$10,000 a day for ongoing non-compliance.
It's extortion.
That is not something that most ratepayers want.
We don't want it rates rise either.
Some people have made this. I'm not here to. I'm here to speak. And I have listened. I've read. I've seen the comments. I've seen some of the nonsense that's actually come out around treason and nonsense like that. The reality is, we're your elected members. We have represented you to Wellington, and we have put your case to them. We asked them to give us an extension. We've asked them to make this a local democracy issue. They have refused that.
Appeal.
Some people have said that the threat of removing councillors and myself from office and replacing us with commissioners is about us trying to keep our jobs. It's not. The reality is, you will not. You will have commissioners come in and they will put the fluoride in. It's the reality of it.
No, it's not.
If you want to see what happens,
Commissioners are
go and look at Tauranga and just see how they are feeling about their
That was a totally
commissioners.
different situation, Gary Kircher.
So that's the situation we've got. I put the question out to everyone: who is prepared to pay their share of the fines?
We will be sending
I
them
have
because
three
they're illegal.
people put their hand up.
Fines are illegal under
The council is stuck in the middle of this particular situation. and we've done our best to represent you.
Well,
So
screw
we will
yourself
not
up on
incur,
our 1688.
we will not incur the fines or the removal of democracy from our community that we currently have.
You have removed it.
Thanks again, Cheryl, Kaylin, for your support, your attitude that you've brought to this. Some of it, I know, hasn't been reciprocated on your page. There's been some pretty terrible stuff being put on there. But the reality is that that's democracy. That's people having their say. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm going to get back to the council meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Kircher. We would please invite you to stay because Kaylin has a request for you. We would really please invite you. We're all inviting Mr. Kircher to stay for a few more minutes.
And represent the people.
Let's give a round of applause for Gary Kircher for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now, for those of you who don't know me,